Hey there folks, today I'd like to take a casual peek into the Transformers Prime Robots in Disguise Vehicon Transforming Action Figure Set by Hasbro. This set is part of the third wave of Deluxe Class Transformers Prime action figure sets and was first released in 2012. I got this set at Target and paid about $12.99 for this set. Taking a look at the Decepticon cannon fodder here, or trooper figure there, you can see that the Vehicon is in its alt mode, that of a pursuit car, and also includes a snap-on blaster cannon, so that's kind of cool. You can see the nice artwork of the Vehicon there. And on the side here, we have statistics for Vehicon. And here on the back of the package, we have a nice description of the Vehicon there. And over here you can see that it's numbered 8 from Series 1, but it's also part of the third wave of releases from Series 1. And here we have a picture of both the bot mode and alt mode of the Vehicon figure, so that's kind of cool. And we have some advertisement for Transformers Prime down below. Now we'll be right back and have Vehicon here in its alt mode out of the package. Okay, we have a Vehicon here in its alt mode. This is the mode in which it was packaged. And before we take a look at the Vehicon, let's go ahead and take a look at the items and come included with the figure set. First up, we have the transformation instructions. And for transformation, this is rated intermediate, which is level 2 of 3. And the front face of this pamphlet here shows you how to transform the Vehicon from alt mode to bot mode. About 16 steps. The other side here shows you how to transform it in reverse, basically from bot mode to alt mode. And down below it shows you how you can mount the blaster in different configurations for both the bot mode and alt mode, which is nice. Now taking a look at the next accessory, which is basically the blaster. And you can see here some nice sculpted detail on the blaster there. It's actually kind of cool. Nothing here, and a little bit, no, not really anything down below, but it's really on the side here in the front. Unfortunately, there's no painted detail. The figure or on the back of the card, or at least the blaster on the back of the card, shows some painted detail. I believe at the tip of the barrel and at the top here, some purplish paint. But this particular blaster, I believe the final release just has no painted detail whatsoever, which is unfortunate. It would have been nice to have some accent colors on there. And here you can see the peg where you can place it into a peg hole on the figure. There's different places where you can place the weapon on. And also, I believe here where you can clip it on various places as well. So, but that's the blaster there. Now, taking a look at the Vehicon in its alt mode, and it's a really cool alt mode. I prefer bot modes to my Transformers, and but I gotta say this alt mode is very nice and is what I believe is very popular. Because for several reasons. One, because it's a really cool looking Transformer, and another, it's a great army builder. So it's kind of interesting why they only Hasbro only packs one per case of the Vehicon, being an army builder. It's such a nice looking vehicle. It just I don't know, it just boggles the mind sometimes what Hasbro does in their distribution. Hopefully the Vehicon will be released in future waves as a re-release, because this is just a cool transformer to have, especially for army building. This basically a Decepticon trooper here. But taking a look at some of the details of the Vehicon here, you can see transparent windows on the vehicle itself. It's kind of neat how even though there's a bit of kibble shown through the window, it's got that nice purple shade there, so that's kind of cool to add some accent on there. And also you can see transparent headlights, which is nice on there, and really cool detail here, the Decepticon symbol. I guess, I don't know if that's painted up, it's more of a tampo than anything, but that's still kind of cool. You got the grill here unpainted, unfortunately. But you do have painted rims here in silver, which is nice on there. And you also have here the spoiler slash fins. Very interesting design, and with the color combination and the design of the car, really evokes a Batmobile type of imagery to the vehicle, which is pretty neat. Also, you can see some painted detail in purple there. These lines in the back of the vehicle, and I believe there's some painted detail at the tips. Not much, but still very nicely done on there. You can see some of the exhaust ports there. Now this particular figure here does not roll as freely as other vehicle transformers. I think it's due to this bottom piece here on the underneath of the car, so there's not much clearance, and I believe this is providing a lot of the friction down here. And you can see some more details underneath. The kibble, you can see the legs of the figure, the head here, and the arms. You can see here, these are purple, but my video camera is not processing the color correctly. It's showing up as a bluish color on the video screen, but these are actually purple on there, so kind of cool. Or interesting, I should say. But this is the Vehicon in its alt mode, a very cool pursuit car. And we'll be right back and have the Vehicon in its bot mode. Okay, we have the Vehicon here in its bot mode, and this mode is actually quite nice as well. In fact, the Vehicon overall is just a really excellent figure for the Transformers Prime Robots in Disguise line. Just really well sculpted, nicely painted, and well articulated. And it's just, I think, one of the better Transformers in the line. Taking a look in more detail at the Vehicon in bot mode. And I gotta mention again, like in the previous section, that all of the purple sections on the Transformer are showing up as blue on my video screen and probably on the end video. My camera just cannot process the color purple correctly, and it's turning out blue instead. So don't let the blue color detract you. It is in fact purple in person, so I just have to mention that again. But taking a look at overall at the Vehicon, it's very close to the Vehicons on the show. I can't really see too many things where it's different from the characters. Maybe the door panel here, but we'll go into that in a little bit later. But first, taking a look at the head sculpt, you can see the Vehicon head here is actually quite nice. It does remind me of the Cylons from the new Battlestar Galactica series, just the way that it's sculpted on the eyes there. And speaking of eyes, there is light piping for the eyes, but because the plastic at the top of the head is more opaque than transparent, not as much light can go through there, and so it's you really have to shine a very bright light to get the eyes to light up on there. But overall, it's just a really nice, nicely sculpted head there. Just wish there was a little bit of paint detail here. I believe where the mouth is section, there is supposed to be a purplish shade there, but there isn't there. But still very nice. The sculpt is pretty much accurate there. Looking here at the torso, this is one thing I really do like. You can see the Decepticon symbol there, and some silver metallic paintwork there. What's even cooler is that there is a transparent piece of plastic over that, and almost like a window type of I guess decoration, and it's really cool. I really like that, and it just indicates that the symbol is underneath a piece of glass type material, and I think that's a really neat addition there. You can see here that the Vehicon is wielding the blaster in his hand, and it's not a problem to fit in the hands there. You could probably put it on either hand, and you can also put it on the ports there from the vehicle mode. And also you can clip it onto this section here on the wrist if you wanted to have a more as part of the hand itself. You can clip it on there, but I'm not going to, because I have a difficult time clipping that on, and I don't really want to scratch up any of the plastic there trying to get that on there. But the instructions say that you can clip it on there if you wanted it as part of the transformer itself. But for me, I'm just going to leave it in the hands of the transformer, the Vehicon there, to wield as a weapon. So that's kind of cool. Looking at the rest of the figure, you can see the shoulder-like armor pads, pretty much like on the show with the tires there. And one thing I have to mention is this right here. This forearm area, I guess basically between the elbow and the wrist here, is basically the door panel here, but it's a little thin to me. I wish there was more sculpted bulk into it, and it just looks rather thin and frail, and I wish there was more detail, at least more plastic in there to add a little bit of bulk. Otherwise, it's alright on there. But looking at the rest of the figure here, nicely sculpted legs here, and of course you got some more the tires here along the legs, and the boots here. And looking at the back here, it's actually quite nice as well. This is I believe the back of the vehicle, and it's kind of nice how they have sculpted detail for the back of the figure. It's not hollowed out where you can actually see the innards of the figure itself. There are some Transformer Primes figures where it seems sort of hollowed out, but this is nice and solid here, so that's kind of cool. And you got some more detail on the back of the legs here. Overall, a great looking figure, despite the forearms here, but a really nice representation of a Vehicon. Going over the articulation, the head is on a ball joint, so it can go up and down quite well as side to side. I haven't tried getting it all the way around because it seems the chin bumps up against the torso there, so I don't really want to force it all the way around. I'm sure you can get it all the way around, but like I said, I don't want to force it. So, and you can also put the head tilting side to side, so that's kind of nice. The arms go all the way around at the shoulder. It's on a ball socketed joint, and there is also a slight hinge joint there at the shoulder, so you can move it up and down as well on there, so that's kind of neat. There is a swivel joint at what would be the bicep area, so you can turn that all the way around. And interesting elbow joint. It's a double elbow joint, but it's not your typical double hinge joint. It's a combination of a ball socketed joint and a hinge, so it's very interesting. On the ball joint, you can get it all the way around, tilt it side to side, in and out, basically anywhere the ball joint allows it to move. And then you can also move the hinge up and down as well. So very interesting combination of elbow joints, and I think it's partly due to the transformation there. The hands are on basically a swivel joint, so you can swivel it around like that. So and that's also due to partly due to transformation. And you can see some more details in the fingers there. It's actually kind of neat. There is no torso or waist articulation on this figure. Excuse the phone again. And The legs are joined at the hip with a ball socketed joint. It allows you to move the leg up, down, back, out to the side, and just basically, again, a wide range of movement due to the ball socketed joint. The leg can also rotate on a swivel joint at the hip and near the, or at least near the top of the thigh. The legs do bend at the knee, not as large a range as I'd like. It'd be nice to have it moving a little bit further back, but that's about as far as you can move the knee. And as far as the feet, there is I guess, toe articulation. You can move that up and down. Really, a lot of it due to transformation, but still does add stability for a variety of poses. So with all of this combination of articulation, you can get the Vehicon in quite a decent range of poses, which is really nice. And just that and the combination of the sculpt and the nice, I guess, paint apps, which is very little, not too much, but still, it's nicely done. And just a great figure, especially for an army builder. It's just unfortunate you can't build them as readily available as Hasbro has distributed these at 1 per K. So hopefully they re-release these in further waves. So this is my casual peek into the Transformers Prime Robots in Disguise Vehicon transforming action figure. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.